Hi everyone, so I'm just going to show you a broccoli, red pepper and pine nut salad. I've actually put some sunflower seeds in as well. I'm going to take you back to the Thermomix and how you'd find this recipe on Cookie Dough. It's one of my favourites. You just put it with salmon, chicken, any meals at all. It's so quick to do and full of good nutrition. So on Cookie Dough, I've put in broccoli salad with red peppers and pine nuts. Tim, my video cameraman, is going to just zoom in there to show you. And then at the end of the recipe here, you can set it for your weekly program. So I don't want to cook it today. You can bookmark it, or you can add it to your shopping list, which will then come on your phone. And then when you go to the supermarket, you know what to buy, or you can do it on internet shopping. So those just to show you how that comes up. And then we're basically going to start cooking. So 300 grams of broccoli florate. So it's going to weigh as I go. I've done slightly less than 300 because that's actually all I've got, but that'll be fine. 1 red pepper, so just chop these slightly, and they're all that's going into the pan. So red pepper, full of antioxidants, really good. Anything colourful is full of antioxidants. An apple, so we've got an apple core, and I haven't peeled it because I actually like the red colour that comes into that. But can you see it takes you through every stage? It's explaining what to do, and you've got your scales as part of that. We don't need to weigh the apple this time, but if we were weighing, that would come up on the scales. Now it's got 30 grams of pine nuts or sunflower seeds. I've put a mixture here of sunflower and pine nuts just because obviously pine nuts are quite expensive, and I love sunflower seeds. I always have some toasted sunflower seeds on any salads I make, full of minerals, brilliant for you, and they give you a bit of texture. And then we're going to add 25 grams. This is the beauty of this. So any liquid, it actually weighs it rather than having to put it in a measuring jug. So you're saving on equipment there. And again, when you do put this in, just be very careful, okay, that as you add it in. Okay. So 25 grams. Now, if I was a bit worried about the volume of liquid, I can put the lid on, and I can actually put a little jug on the top and put the liquid into the jug. I've just altered the weight. Put the liquid into the jug and just weigh it, so that especially if you're doing pastry, I mean, it makes fantastic pastry, scones, bread, but you've got to be very careful with the liquid on those. So then I would put a container on the top to do that. So next, 15 grams of cider vinegar or white balsamic. I tend to use cider vinegar. Cider vinegar is very, very alkaline for the body. An excellent thing for joints, really, really good. So let's put 15 grams in there. A little bit over, but that'll be fine. And 1 teaspoon of honey. So you can use any sort of honey for this. I've just got some liquid honey here. And that gives a nice little bit of, just takes the tartness away from the apple cider vinegar. Again, honey is a very good sugar. If you're going to have any sugar at all, rather than refined sugar, honey is a good one to have. And 1.5 teaspoons of mustard. Now sometimes I can find the mustard can be a little bit on the salty side, so I'll probably just put a teaspoon in there. I've got some Dijon mustard, so that's a half measure, and I'll just put the other half measure in there. Something like this, you can mix and match, so you can sometimes add some carrots into it. It's all going to chop up together anyway. I'm only going to add a tiny bit of salt in because again, mustard can be quite salty. I think when you get used to not having so much salt, you actually don't feel like you need it so much. And then 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and again I'm just going to put a big pinch for that. This is another beauty of the Thermomix, is you get your peppercorns, put them in here, speed 10, and grind them. Just as you can grind your flour, your sugar, so you can go from granulated to icing to caster sugar, much cheaper. And then we're just gonna, now this is gonna be quite noisy, and this is the only thing with the Thermomix, you will hear the noise, but it's very, very short-lived. So it says 7 seconds. Obviously we don't need to put a temperature on that. If we were cooking, it would go on to a temperature, but Cookie Dough has already told me that's how long I need to do. So I'm going to do it for speed 4, which is going to be a chopping speed. Okay. And little noise will tell me that it's finished. And my wonderful cameraman here is going to show you that's how it looks when it's done. Absolutely amazing that you've got your dressing already in with the vegetables, and it's a salad already made. And how long has that taken? 7 seconds. We'll just put that in a bowl, ready to serve. And I've always had a bit of an issue of what salad dressings to use. You can make brilliant mayonnaise on the Thermomix, but you don't always want mayonnaise on things. I've never been sure, but actually by following this recipe here, it's putting the dressing already in with the salad, so it's all done. And then if I want to, I can put water in there. And I'm going to put a tiny bodge of fairy liquid, or any washing up liquid, whatever you use. Doesn't have to be fairy. And here is going to pre-clean. So then I'm going to set it onto, so you can use vinegar, you don't have to use washing up liquid. So we can do a short wash, we can do universal, browning, and obviously if you do dough, so you know when you do your bread dough and it all gets stuck around the base of the blades and whatever, that will clean it all up. And literally all you'll have to do is rinse it, and that will just wash it up. So thank you for watching, I hope that's inspired you, and as I say, please, if you want to know more about the Thermomix, or actually come and try it for yourself, absolutely, you can tell I'm passionate. I'd love to show it to you. Thank you.